Hollywood was a ploy and Hollywood is being destroyed. Hollywood, no one has liked Hollywood forever, bitch. They've been getting exposed. I feel like their second option, because every time you tell a narcissist to stop doing something, they just find another sneaky way to do it behind your back. And that's literally what's going on with this human trafficking and teen exploitation shit, is because they know they can't lure teens. And we're just gonna start it back from the beginning, right? I feel like at one point they were like going out in free candy trucks. I feel like at one point they were doing that. Obviously, they're not doing that anymore because the adults were like, no, that's disgusting. Like, so they stopped doing that and they just start going out in cars because no one's gonna obviously go in a fucking truck, right? Then they have this thing now where they're using females, not only just females, but a lot of these younger girls and a lot of these like teen influencers, a lot of these prettier girls, a lot of these OnlyFans girls to lure in more teens. And I can promise you that some of them are probably underage. Like they be telling people to lie about their age all the time. We've seen Danielle Cohn lie about her fucking age. I've seen Jenny Poppins change her fucking bio to fucking 18 once, but she was a whole fucking 16-year-old at the time, and I'm pretty sure her mom was making her do that. I don't know if you've seen it, but I already made a video of her getting a fake ID to say she's like 21 so that she could get into fucking clubs, and I made damn sure to expose that. So yeah, these girls are being used by these grown ass fucking men to lure even younger kids in and lure more teens in, and these prettier young adults, right? Because they think, oh, if they're young and they're pretty, they'll trust them. Like, it's just ridiculous. And then, you know what groomers like to say? All these girls saying, oh my God, everyone is just jealous. They're being groomed. Because those are pedophiles telling them, oh my God, those people telling you we're obviously doing what we're doing, which is trafficking you. Like, they're just jealous of you. They're just crazy. They don't know what they're talking about. Like, you're the star. Like, they're grooming them. And they're trying to isolate them from the grown-ass adults, especially the women, the adult women that know better and are trying to protect them so that they can continue to have control over these fucking girls so that they don't want to leave or that they think that what they're doing is okay, right? And that also they won't tell anyone the truth. And then also half the time these girls be high as fuck. They're not sober. I promise you there's no sober person in that field, because a sober brain is going to recognize, oh my God, like this is horrible. Like I'm being actually treated like shit. Like eventually you're going to have to recognize something is wrong. But if you have someone that's consistently being groomed and then they're being offered alcohol and, for these influencers, I'm pretty sure a lot of it is like sativa and they're like lacing it with shit that makes them so unaware of what the fuck is going on, right? So they be doing that shit. Like this has been going on forever. This has been going on forever. So it's like all these kid influencers, all these teen influencers, like they're all being exploited by their parents and they're all being pimped out. Like, and then there's like been a few accounts that I've seen like on TikTok. I seen like a live of some random, I'm pretty sure, underage girl prostitute. I'm not saying that to like make her sound bad. I'm literally saying like that's what it is. It is prostitution. It's disgusting. It's illegal, or it should be illegal. And she was like dancing in the fucking camera. There was 2 fucking lives I've seen like that. 2. It's disgusting. And then, even doing my little digging in these, like in this shit, you have to watch some of the videos to see what's going on to analyze it, right? So I've been watching some of the videos of these girls to analyze what they're doing, like analyze it. I'm not watching the whole video. I'm just watching bits and snippets to see like whatever, like how normal it seems it is. And just by watching those videos, I get like all these other like things where it's like cute teen talk outfits. And all of these fucking girls, like I said, all of these girls are being pimped out. All of these girls are being pimped out. In fact, I feel like all these girls, there's a good plethora of these girls, because there'll be like accounts where like of random girls like that are like they're all like 17 and under, and they're barely wearing anything, and then the thing says fake body and TikTok I'm 18. Bitch, you're not 18. Stop lying. Stop lying. Like, we all know that's a fucking lie. We all know that a plethora of these girls be like 15, 13, 14, and they be talking about some TikTok I'm 18. No, you're not. I've seen it happen so many fucking times, bro. I've seen it happen so many fucking times. Um, so I get recommended all this other weird, creepy ass shit. And that's another thing. Like, the content is for predators. It's not for kids. It's for predators. Like, I don't understand why people don't get the point. Like, these girls are being used to post free CP of predators and also lure other kids in, lure their own peers in to also be abused and to also be trafficked. Because it's even been happening since, when they had these YouTuber parties, right? They had these YouTuber playlist parties, and I've been watching Simply Nessa. You seen the video where they had underage people and they were giving them drinks and drugs and all this shit and taking them to fucking back rooms and taking advantage of them. What makes you think this is any different? It's not any different. They're just trying to desensitize people to human trafficking and exploitation and pedophilia right in plain sight. I've seen like so many fucking young girls. They literally are 13 years old. You can tell they're literally 13, 14 years old. And they're with these fucking, like, I don't know if they're Indian Muslim men. And they're like going from like country to country. Like, they're in foreign countries going to fucking clubs. Like, they're being pimped the fuck out, bro. I don't know why it's so hard for people to understand that. Like, it should not be rocket science. And like the fact that there's like kids that really think that that shit is normal, like, it's not normal. Like, and they've really just dumbed down these fucking kids, bro, because it's just like, you can't abuse someone who is smart as fuck and has already figured you out. So you have to dumb them down as much as possible and make them blind to whatever's going on and distract them with all this other bullshit. Like Coraline. Like, it's literally the story of Coraline. Like, none of this shit is real. It's disgusting. And then, like I said, they're using these young OF girls as a ploy. We all know they're using them to, target children. Because, like, I don't know if I posted on here, but I posted on my Instagram. There's these girls that are fucking, I don't even care if they are 18. Most of them are like around the ages of like 18 to like 25, but they're all parading around like they're younger. So like the teenagers like are there because, like I said, they just want to normalize pedophilia, but then they pretend they parade around like they're fucking 8 years old, like they're parading around like they're even younger. And then the fucking like 25-year-olds, like, they're parading around like they're teenagers, acting like they're younger than they are, and it's so obvious. And they're mostly white women. Like, it's so nasty. And like nobody, like, they used to, and this is a thing too, like, it used to just be adult women, and they weren't pretending. I don't know. Even still, if they are adult women, like, I don't like how they were promoting that shit to kids, but now it's like they don't want adult women anymore. They want the children. That's what they've always wanted. And now they're really coming in at full force. And it's just like, I do not want to go backwards as a society. Like, There's no reason for us to go back like 10 decades after everything we fought. And this generation really has no common sense because, like, past generations were smart and they actually give a fuck about children. You know, when they had Brooke Shields and shit on those magazines, they were like, no, there's like a whole protest and there needs to be another surge. There needs to be another surge against pedophilia and all this trafficking shit and pornography. But this is the problem. People are supporting that shit. And if you already know, you know how disgusting and vile a lot of that shit is and how damaging it is to our society. And now we got motherfuckers supporting that shit. And now we got kids hooked on that shit, bro. I mean, just look at how these kids talk, bro. Even if they're teens, like, that's not normal. Like, they shouldn't be talking like that. They shouldn't be throwing themselves at adults. They shouldn't be asking adults to buy them liquor and weed and like kicking it with 21-year-olds and partying when they're fucking 17 and fucking they're all underage. Some of them are even younger than that. Like, that's not okay. And that's literally happening in this world right now. The amount of children that think they're fucking grown and are, because their parents aren't paying attention to them, like, they're going out hanging out with a bunch of motherfuckers they don't need to be hanging around. Like, I swear to God, if y'all don't actually fight for this problem, these kids are going to end up, like, the human trafficking rate is going to go up so fucking high. Like, kids are going to go missing left and right, bitch, even more than before. Kids are gonna end up fucking dead. The child on child sexual assault rate is gonna go up because children do prey on other children. Children can be predatory, like, towards their own peers because they're sociopath, whether they're the same age or, you know, it's someone that's like in middle school preying on a fucking elementary schooler, or it's someone in high school preying on a middle schooler or preying on people younger. Like, these people get older and older and they've been predatory. They've been predatory. And this whole situation with these kids thinking that it's normal to people to prey on them and thinking that it's normal for them to be predatory and normal for them to fucking watch porn. Like, bro, half the time people, like, a lot of children either experience, like, you know, other children experimenting, quote unquote, actually they're sexually assaulting them, or like exposing them to porn when they don't want to and then being like, oh, let's do this. And that's not fucking okay. These kids are fucking, they're elementary schoolers going through this shit, bro. The way that these kids talk, the way that these young boys talk to their younger peers. It's disgusting. The way they talk about these girls is so disgusting and disrespectful. The way that so many of them, especially because, like, social media, the way, like, I know they're using Snapchat to groom young girls. I don't care if it's an adult. I don't care if it's someone who's in high school. I don't care if it's someone in middle school. Like, it's all wrong. And I know they're all doing it. Like, they're all, like, harassing girls. Oh, do you send? Oh, do you send? Oh, you're just a bop anyway. Or you're just a bitch anyway. Blah, 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 blah. Like, no one should be going through that, but especially underage people should not be going through that. And yet, that's what they're going through, whether it's their own fucking peers doing that, or a lot of times it is someone that's older. I was in fucking high school once, and there was a high school senior fucking collecting a whole bunch of freshmen's, people that just came out of fucking high school. This person is literally about to go to college, and these people, these girls literally were just middle schoolers. They're all fucking, what, just turned 15, and these people are like 17, 18. Like, that's a big age gap, and that's predatory as fuck. And he was just like collecting their nudes, and he was like telling another freshman, oh, look what I got. Like, that's disgusting. That's not okay at all. Period. And also, I'm so fucking sick and tired of people pretending not to know how old someone is. Like, Bitch, you know, you just don't care. Because everyone can tell, bro. If you're the same age demographic, you could tell, even especially when you're an adult, you can tell when someone is young. It doesn't matter. It really does not fucking matter. Even if the and especially like most of these girls that are underage, like they wear the most amount of makeup and the least amount of clothing and the fucking big nails to try to pass themselves off as someone older. Like, it's so fucking obvious. They all do that because no one that's grown gives a fuck about none of that shit. And these bitches look like babies compared to adults that have, you know, their facial features are coming in, their jawline is coming in, their physical, like, I just don't care. Like it's just so obvious that adults hold themselves differently because there's actual maturity going on. I mean, even if you have someone who's like an emotionally immature adult, like you can tell. Even when we talk about those girls who like to parade around like they're children, like they're teenagers when they're making disgusting content for pedophile men and to pedobait men, like you can tell. You can tell what the fuck they're doing. You can tell, bro. So people saying, "Oh, well, I can't tell." Yes, the fuck you can, bitch. Yes, you can. But yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about. I'm just like tired of, and also like I know that TikTok has always been like the only reason that TikTok slash Musically exists, because first it was Musically and then it was TikTok, is to like groom kids into this shit. Because first of all, kids should not have phones like at all. And so like the day that Musically was created, it's just to make kids, groom kids and teens into making free child pornography. Because every fucking song that goes trending on even Musically and now TikTok is always suggestive. All those belly dancing videos. Like, come on, bro. I know y'all are not fucking stupid. And then, you know, with TikTok, it's the same fucking thing. It's just a bunch of fucking teenagers shaking their ass, lip syncing to the most sexual lyrics. That is a pedophile's dream, bro. And those are always the girls that go fucking viral all of the fucking time. The only people that ever go viral, especially when it comes, like, particularly when it comes to that shit, are minors. They're minors. Every single time. And it's usually like white girls or like light skinned Latinas. Like, they're all minors. And you could tell that they're minors. It's like very, 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 very rare that someone might look older than their age, but I feel like the minute they open their mouth and when you like kind of gauge like their audience and the people that hang out with, most of the time they're probably going to be hanging out with their own age demographic. So, yeah, it's just ridiculous. And also, like, every time, you know, there's a reason why the Sound of Freedom is not like to the public. And like every time I talk about this, you know, I know there's people that know, but it's like I get met with like fucking a bunch of TikTok AI bots basically telling me to shut up, telling me I'm tripping. Like, these are faceless fucking anonymous accounts with no post. And I guess like some of them are children, but that's even more disturbing. But most of them are AI bots. And it's just like, bro, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? And then, like, the fact that people think, like, when it's a girl grooming someone, it's normal. Like, there's no fucking reason why an adult woman should be under, like, a minor's, like, page on Instagram or TikTok. And they're, like I said, always dressed to nothing, always doing the most sexual shit, and then being like, oh my God, slay girl. That's not okay. If that was an old man commenting, people would flip. So why is it okay when a woman does it? It's, oh, newsflash, it's fucking not. Like, the way I'm literally just about to just ignore most of society at this point, because I like these people are the reason why I'm not having kids because I am not going to birth a child into a world of covert abusive pedophiles and then have a bunch of people try to brainwash my child and hurt them and tell them, "Oh, be quiet, this is not what, like this grooming shit, like it just needs to fucking stop. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it." And then like, the algorithm is done on purposely, the same way that like um they be showing a bunch of the kids all the like sexual content is the same way that they be showing adults a lot of teenagers on their page doing suggestive shit. And it might not be every fucking post, but it's like every other fucking scroll. That should not be happening. That should not be happening, bro. At all. And it's done on purpose. It's done very, very purposely. Very purposely. It's disgusting. And it's like, I feel like the more I talk about this, it's like I really just expose the amount of people that are predatory, even if they are minors, because it's like the motherfuckers that are not even listening to what I'm saying, they're not really paying attention, they're just wanting to respond and gaslight me is insane. And actually, the fact that it's minors is insane because I don't care about like children just like being stupid, but like I said, like there's that thing of like children who fucking sexually assault other kids. So it's like it's exposing those people, those kids, and it's just like that shit scares me. That shit disturbs the fuck out of me. Cuz not all kids are dumb. Not all kids are supporting that. Like some kids, I would hope that they have parents that raise them. But the amount of fucking kids, and particularly boys, that gaslight me about that shit, I just know they're little sociopaths. I just know they are. They're probably the same ones experimenting and sexually assaulting their own peers. I know they are. I know they are. And then they'll make that excuse, well, I'm a minor. No, because you knew what the fuck you were doing. And they just get worse. They don't get better. Because, like I said, it's the fact that I'm talking about a problem and, they're just sitting there gaslighting me. It's disturbing. And it's the same way, like, oftentimes, adult women, particularly when there's like a situation where there's like an underage girl and a guy that's obviously way too old for her, and we're just looking out for her, right? Because she's young. She doesn't fucking know anything. And the fucking men get so defensive. They're like, oh my God, like, you're just such a jealous old bitch. Like, I'm not even doing anything. Like, that literally happened to me because I was walking, like, trying to take the bus. I was like 19 at this point, and I was just trying to walk from one point to the other. And this guy strolled up to me in his car. He was like, dude, are you trying to have some fun? I'm just like, ew, this guy had to be like 30. And I'm just like, ew, like, why are you even talking to me? Like, that's what I'm thinking in my head. I'm not even saying anything. But I'm like, no. And then he drove up. Honestly, y'all, I'm so lucky. I feel like common sense saves me from a lot of situations, but there's like other situations that I really am just lucky. So he drove on top of the hill to a school, like an empty school, and just sat there and watched me like he was waiting for me. And I'm glad that my neighbor was there. She saw that. And so he decided when she came back down to like come and like save me from that situation, she went off on him as she should because she was just protecting me. And he got so fucking defensive. Like he was like, oh, I'm not even fucking doing anything, you stupid bitch. Like he was So it's like it's only the people that are guilty of doing something that get like the most defensive. They either get like defensive as fuck or they start gaslighting people. Because people that aren't guilty of doing shit and actually want to be part of the solution are already being part of the solution. But people who just want to be part of the problem are the ones that get so fucking defensive and upset and mad for no fucking reason. So, yeah, if you're young, please just like hang out with people in your own age demographic and be safe and don't try to grow up so fast. Like don't listen to these fucking dumbass, because there's some of these girls like they have shitty ass attitudes, and like I said, like I know other people be damn near getting trafficked by their own fucking friends, by their own fucking female friends, and they're so young. Like, just keep to yourself. If you keep to yourself and stay within your heart and within your intuition and your emotions and educating yourself and standing your ground, like, no, I know this is wrong, and don't let people persuade you, you are going to go a lot further in life than these people, because the people who chase trouble are always the one that ends up in trouble eventually. So I hope y'all listen, and if you don't, well, that's not my problem.